Yes, yes, yes. How you doing, Shay? You good? Big up yourself. Hope you're well. Say what you see. No friends be true. Wow, this one might shock a few people, but I see something and I was going to comment in the chat. Plus, I was busy, so I'd have only been there 2 minutes and I'd have had to go anyway. So, but it's regarding Peter Pope. It's regarding Peter Pope. And yeah, man. Say what you see. No friends be true. Mm. Big up, Shay. Appreciate you, man. Not everyone sees it how you do. So I appreciate you. I do. I've got a premiere up today at 6:30. I was just going to upload it, but I thought I might as well premiere it. It's about, well, it's a long enough video that fucking you can premiere it. And 9 months on, man, from when I covered that Elbit drones. You know, that Elbit drones with those dodgy security and that. So it's a bit of a follow-up from that, really. But yeah, crazy shit, man. Met a subscriber as well. Subscriber come out, and that was nice. But it ain't no rant or anything. It's actually not me coming on to be a dickhead either. But I see a lot of people mentioning certain things that Peter Pope has said in the past. Let me add, a back and forth between me and Peter Pope. Yeah. It takes two people to argue, not one. So it was a back and forth between me and Peter Pope. Right. Now, I don't care about any of the other things he's apparently said or he's not said, away from things directed at me, because I'm not here to do any judging on that. Bear with me. You lost me there. What was I saying? Fucking hell, I don't even know where I was now. Yeah, me and Peter Pope were obviously going back and forth at one another. So again, as I was saying, he said other things. I'm not talking about the things that he said on other panels that anyone might have a problem with or whatever, or has cast judgment on. But the things basically that have been said when it's me going at him or him going at me, they're the things I want to address. So, did Peter Pope say the things that people are saying that he said? Yes. The quick and simple answer to that is yes, he did. Was I pissed off about it? Obviously, raging, as anyone would be. And when anyone knows when there's a confrontation or an argument or a bit of beef and it's just gone off, people usually, well, not everyone, but people like myself will react and act out of emotion rather than logic. Spoke about this before. I see someone earlier try and say that, oh, BBA uses mental health for any of his rants. No, I don't. No, I don't. So I don't know where that come from, because no, I don't. I definitely do not claim mental health. I did turn around and say, when you're so in the thick of things and things are affecting you on here, then it can have an effect on your behaviour. But I've never once sat here and said, oh, I do the things I do because of mental health. Never said that. Never once done that. But as far as I'm concerned with Peter Pope, it's done. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. If Peter Pope still wants to turn up at my door like he once claimed, or wants to see me out in the street, then there's nothing I can do about that. I have no control over somebody else's actions or what they want to do. But for me, it's done. To the point where, even though what he said was said, there's a part of me that just thinks, you know, like, I don't even care anymore. Like, obviously I did at the time, but people say shit, man, and I've said shit. And am I going to sit there, even though, yes, I may have done in the past while angry, still heated, I'm not going to sit here and say because Peter Pope said a couple of things, I believe Peter Pope's a wrong'un. And when I say a wrong'un, I think everybody knows what sense I mean by a wrong'un. Other people will sit there and say, well, he said other stuff anyway, not just that. Okay, then cast your judgment. That's up to you guys as individuals to do so. It's your right, almost. But do I think it's fair that every time Peter Pope goes up on a panel, he is attacked about something that went on over a year ago that Lemmy was between me and him? And yes, it got made public, and yes, I made a song and dance about it. But a lot of the people that seemed to choose to attack him were the same people that didn't give a shit when he did say it originally. But now we're sat attacking him well over a year on. Like I say, he says some shit, man. Fucking hell, I've said some shit. But I sit there afterwards with my hand in my mouth thinking, oh my fucking God. As if you've allowed yourself to fucking say half those things you just said. So, again, I'm just one person, and I'm not the most liked person on here either. So I'm not going live so that people can, I don't know, I'm not going live so people can be influenced by me and, oh yeah, BBA says this, so we'll all just leave him alone now. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't bring up myself and him and the beef, because as far as I'm concerned, it's over. If I had a way of reaching out to Peter Pope, I would have got him on this panel, on this live, to tell him exactly that myself. Like what he wants to do, like, you know, It is up to him, man. Like I say, I have no control over that. As far as I'm concerned, it's some shit that went on YouTube. Words got said that went too far. And everything else don't matter. If anything got said offline, if people were contacting him, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's over. I haven't spoke to this guy in a while. I haven't heard him directly cause an argument with me. So I just personally think it should be left alone and stop using things that people fucking said and done time ago. And again, out of anger, does it make it a right to say those things out of anger? No, it doesn't. 100% it doesn't. Unfortunately, different people fucking got different moral compasses, different people react in different ways, and different people have different fucking temperaments in the sense of how much they can put up with. And I'll hold my hands up and say that when I'm fucking being an irritating little bastard, I'm hardly the most like easy person to stay patient with. I know that. So if I've done something that's wound Peter Pope up to get that reaction, should he used what he used? No. But can you blame him for coming back at me? And vice versa, anything I done towards that guy, can you see, you know, it is what it is, man. And I just think people should leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I've never met the guy. Do I want to meet the guy? I'd meet him if it could be amicable. Like if we had to meet to scrap, then so be it. But as far as I'm sat and where I sit today, I sit where if we had to meet and it was going to be amicable, then I'd do so. But other than that, I don't really care. That's no disrespect to the guy. I just don't really care. I wish the guy well, yeah, and whatever else. But yeah, I just think fucking it's a bit out of order. And considering everyone else, especially those that don't even like me, don't come into my channel, always slagging me off, are quick to use something that he said about my children to try and get at him. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, let's not make out like you care, because you don't. And to the point now where all these months later, I don't care anymore. Big up fact. I haven't even been looking at the chat, so I do apologise. Like I say, and all the books, he said, she said, did he say, didn't he say? Peter still says he didn't, you say he did. Don't matter. Not even that don't matter. Don't matter. Don't matter. I feel I know what got said. He feels he know what he said, but was meant to be put in a different in different contexts or whatever. So it is what it is. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to say on that matter. In the sense of fucking, there is no war between me and Peter Pope. If there is, it's on his side, not mine. And I'm gonna sit here and say, even though I've never met the guy, do I sit here and honestly believe that the guy's one of these wrong-uns? Do I think he's some fucking sexual predator? I'm gonna say no. And people are going to say, oh, well, that's not what you were saying. And again, if you actually stop to think about it and be reasonable yourself in the whole thing, because I was angry, I was arguing with somebody, someone was arguing with me, they were saying some sick shit to me, so I was coming back and doing some stuff to them that was probably a little bit below the belt. Just leave the guy alone, man. It's quite simple, yeah? If you don't like the guy, ignore him. Ignore him, don't speak to him. But if you're going to sit on a panel with him, if you're going to engage with him, then sit there and engage with him, man, in some kind of conversation that comes away from, oh, but you said this and he said that, and because it's fucking stupid, man. It's real dumbass and it's stupid. I could quite easily sit here now still ranting and raving about Peter Pope and what. Nah, not really. Has he turned up at my door? Has he turned up outside any schools? Not what I know of. You know? So I'm going to put down his behaviour to the same thing I'd like to put my behaviour down to. And I feel like that was just down to, again, reacting dumb and getting too emotionally involved in all these live streams to the point where I was letting every tiny little thing, everything, like as well, by the way. It wasn't just certain people could say things to me and I was triggered. My friends, people I thought I got on with, people I don't even speak to now, some of them. And some of them may be down to my own fault, who knows? Because I got my back up with everybody. Everyone that had an opinion, it was a will again because I allowed myself to be too affected by this YouTube shit. Invest in all these lives, have to keep up with everything that's going on. I'm worried about what everyone's saying about me, so I've got to sit there and watch this chat and even fucking sit there and watch the most negative comments be said about me. It's pointless. And if that's not the real gripper, can you get rid of him? If that's not the real gripper, can someone get rid of him? Check first before they just do get rid of him. But get rid of him. And also another new policy that's coming in with YouTube where people that are trying to clone accounts, trying to replicate the accounts of the others and not state, in other words, that they're in no way affiliated. It's a new policy. I might post that up actually on a community post or something. There's a new policy that's coming up about people trying to replicate original channels. Where's BBA got a picture of Perry? You funny fucker. But yeah, guys, that's all it was, you know. I heard it's being said. I was going to jump on there. I didn't have enough time. I felt like other people would get involved and it would be influenced. So I thought, you know what? When I've got fucking 5-10 minutes, I'll quickly throw this live up and give my say. That's my say. That's where I sit with Peter Pope. I think other people should give the guy a break. You know what you're doing. Same as I knew what I was doing. You sit there and you keep winding him up and poking him and poking him and poking him to the point where you know you're going to get some other response from him, where you can then hold that to him, that against him for the next year. And that's really not fair, and I don't agree with it. And I ain't going to keep sitting here turning around and saying I'm done with all that shit, but then sit and allow people to be attacked. Sorry. Let people know that I'm being attacked because of through me, through people that don't even like me. So I'm going to leave that there, people, and say thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah.